Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between TBCBM versus Romantic. Here we see TBCBM spawning as the red Undead over at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Romantic spawning at the 9 o'clock position here on Turtle Rock. Gonna go ahead and get this up to 8 times speed to hit that 2-minute mark. Should have plenty of gameplay action here, as it will be a Death Knight going up, most likely an Archmage. No big surprise there. Let's slow things down to 1 time speed, as the Archmage is already going to be making his way over to this 3-3-2-2 creep camp, and the Death Knight, well, should not be able to get there in time. Actually, no, well, let's take a look at it. They were chasing the Acolyte just a little bit longer, and that may actually be detrimental, as the Death Knight may be able to get into this position very, very quickly. All right, needs to pick up that Ring of Protection +2. Oh, gets the kill there as well. The Death Knight adding in a little bit of bonus damage as well, as the Death Knight here is getting pressured just a little bit. All right, what's happening here? Let's take a look at this. You can see that Forest Troll down to 105 hit points. It's going to end up falling at the hands of the human, as Romantic is still looking to finish off that last creep camp there. All right, Death Coil, is going to end up going to the Death Knight, getting in that last bit of experience and a little bit of that gold. 2 death coils and only 32 experience to show for it, as a lot of skeletal minions have been taken out, giving that Archmage level 2. Already early on in this game, and it looks like Romantic off to a very, very quick start. Ring of Protection, where did it go? Oh, wow, the Death Knight actually picked up the Ring of Protection. Not quite sure how that happened. Being able to steal that item was a bit of a shell shocker to me, as we're now looking at the Sea Turtle hatching, about to get taken down to 46 hit points. It will get taken out without a problem. All right, new Water Elemental gonna get finished off. Was it finished off by the Death Knight? It looks like it was. 74 experience right there. Meanwhile, let's see what item was picked up. The Archmage should have picked up an item. Not quite sure what happened. Perhaps the skeletal minion was able to attack it and take it down. That would come as a bit of a surprise, as we're down to 153 hit points. All right, trying to time this as perfectly as you can. Down to 109 hit points. Death Knight just still getting pushed back, and it looks like, yep, another 12 gold stolen. Beautiful persistence by TBCB, by the Undead, as he now backs away. All right, army of ghouls now making their way over as well. Water Elemental very, very low on hit points and very low on that time life. Are those ghouls going to be able to get away? That is the big question there, as a low hit point ghoul should perhaps be trying to path block and allow for an easy escape. Militia now quickly turning around the corner the other way. Water Elemental has been dropped. Militia now going after the giant sea turtles each. As we can take a look, there goes one peasant there. All right, Archmage is taking a lot of damage. Can it, in fact, get to level 2? Meanwhile, Ghoul down to 48 hit points. One more shot should do it. Yes, there it goes. Does take down one. Meanwhile, coming back across over here, low hit point Sea Turtle hatching now taken down, as the Death Knight still sitting at level 1, and low hit point Ghouls are going to be forced to get Death Coiled to try and be saved. Archmage almost at level 3 now. Ghouls now trying to make their way back over. Water Elemental getting in a good bit of damage. The Archmage does not have Slippers of Agility, but the Death Knight does not have Unholy Aura, unable to easily lead this Undead army. Archmage now still doubling back around here. Water Elementals could easily take down the skeletal minion, giving level 3 to that Archmage. Archmage may try to pick up Boots of Speed and Dust of Appearance. No, Boots of Speed and Staff of Teleportation. Dust of Appearance doesn't really make much sense, as we teleport back to the other side of the map. Skeletal minion gonna get taken down. Archmage just shy of level 3 right now, as you can see. Well, the Death Knight may try to make its way, make a move over here and try and steal this last bit. Skeletal minion. All right, one peasant taking down Archmage, now at level 3. Gonna continue to put down that pressure. Death Knight, there goes another militia taken down, as a lot of units are here. A lot of ghouls, a lot of footman deaths, and a lot of militia have been taken down. Death Knight still looking to perhaps finish this off once more. You can take a look at it, as the damage is starting to add back up. There is the Death Knight now sitting at level 2. Gonna end up getting surrounded, though, as we now see perhaps a Death Coil steal. Yes, 57 gold to the Death Knight. Scroll of the Beast. Archmage does end up picking it up. Skeletal minion not taken down, as we should see an expansion now come underway. All right. Early game, lots of action already. Panda already going to be joining in on this fight. Breath of Fire without the Arcane Tower up is going to be very problematic. As you can see, the Panda's just going to get into position. There's that Breath of Fire, dealing so much damage already. More peasants are making their way over. Death Knight in serious trouble. That Ring of Protection perhaps actually covering a lot right now as the Panda needs to back off. And then Breaths of Fire again, taking down some of those peasants. Panda down to 222 hit points. However, Archmage unable to push it back as the Panda is still looking good on life. Back across over here, Arcane Tower about halfway done. Panda may get off another Breath of Fire. Not quite sure why it doesn't. That is a beautiful cone of just AoE damage right there. The footmen now decide to back off. We are taking the tier 3 Black Citadel, getting up that slaughterhouse for those obsidian statues. Let's take a look at the overall population count. 29 to 39. TBC BM very, very behind here as all of those footmen are now currently just healing back up. All right, Panda, is it going to try and Breath of Fire here? At least disrupt some of that healing. There it is. Breath of Fire disrupts some of the healing as the Panda now needs to back away down to 137 hit points. The Slaughterhouse needs to train up some obsidian statues as that Panda and Death Knight will not be able to venture forth without putting themselves in great, great danger. Well, grave danger. All right, let's take a look here. Panda, Death Knight, both sides now pulling back once more. Obsidian statues not even being trained as the Slaughterhouse is not done. We are looking at dual Slaughterhouse though, so yes, some obsidian statues are in fact being trained as the Archmage is just going to rush on in here, drop a Water Elemental, and still continue to apply more pressure. One Nerubian Tower, one Spirit Tower, all that is here for the base defense. I thought I saw an obsidian statue already being trained. Not quite sure what was happening here as the Panda could get a Breath of Fire off, at least try to disrupt some of that healing. There it goes as the Panda now down to 150. All right, Spirit Tower now out and about. Black Citadel nearly done. Obsidian Statue nearly done as well. So 2 Obsidian Statues should be joining in on this fight. Potion of Healing. Is it going to be able to get away? Yes, it will. Down to 309 hit points and currently holding steady. Panda needs a lot of mana in order to fight back here. There's a Death Coil saving a low hit point Ghoul as a lot of damage is being absorbed. Second Obsidian Statue now out. Panda looking to fight back here, and this is not looking like a good fight for Romantic. The Panda with Obsidian Statue support is just going to be far too powerful. The Panda no longer really worried about hit points any longer, as it looks as though, yes, one low hit point footman will get taken down. Ghoul gets saved once more. TBC BM doing a great job in all of these engagements so far, as a low hit point Ghoul may be able to survive as the Archmage, now Staff of Teleportations, back to this Arcane Vault. More units need to make their way over. I believe a number of lower or medium hit point footmen will be joining in. A Clarity Potion and a Scroll of Regeneration gonna be used right here in just a second, and that will heal back up many of those units. Efficient use of regeneration and healing by Romantic as the Death Knight now ready to venture forth once again. Panda, Obsidian Statues, 3 of them will be ready to go here, and if the Panda can get off a Breath of Fire, that would be huge. There it goes. There goes one Breath of Fire. Scroll of Regeneration not healing up those guys any longer, since they did in fact take damage. Destroyer's now going to absorb a bit of mana and now venture over here. All right, in comes some damage. Let's take a look at this. Tower number 1 could get taken out very, very quickly. Panda losing a lot of mana. Death Coil saving one as we see more and more towers being added. Panda down to 72, 39 hit points, will get taken down. There it goes. Both sides losing a lot of units. Death Knight now sitting at level 3. The Destroyers are actually just trading up against the Footmen. 43 supply compared to 33, as we may see the Destroyers just venture forth again. All right, is it going to go ahead and try and take down an Arcane Tower? Arcane Tower taking a lot of damage per shot right here, right now. Low hit point Ghoul gets taken out by the Archmage, and that gives him level 4. 3 Obsidian Statues currently in the air, or excuse me, 3 Destroyers, 2 Obsidian Statues on the ground. Could have plenty of mana, but what is going to be going on as the Death Knight may just try and go after this Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp. The Gargantuan Sea Turtle apparently doesn't want to engage against the Death Knight, knowing that the majority of the threat is in the air. Alright, that's going to get taken out very, very quickly. Death Coil saving a unit once more. Potion of Invulnerability right there as we see heavy creeping now by the Death Knight and that Panda. Is the Lich being added? No, not as of yet. Panda does get to level 2. Meanwhile, coming back across, a human player sitting at level 4 on the Archmage. Upgrade to Keep has been completed, and we are just now getting that Mountain King. Archmage gonna go ahead and engage. Devour Magic quickly destroys much of that. As the Archmage, where did it go? We do have a Rune of the Watcher, Staff of Teleportation, and where are all these units going now? Massive Destroyer army, finishing off tower after tower after tower. So 3 towers already gone. Peasants are in massive repair. There's a Breath of Fire. That Panda, however, only sitting at level 2. That level 2 Breath of Fire not going to be able to do nearly enough. Death Knight sitting at level 3. Obsidian Statue in the backfield. Destroyers are ready to go. Are we going to perhaps see that Panda try to absorb a bit of damage? We should be looking at some Devour Magic as well. There you go, quickly devouring that. Meanwhile, the Panda sitting at level 3 getting the Panda sitting at level 2, getting the Death Knight to 4. Claws of Attack plus 12, which may be given to the Lich if we do in fact have a Lich. 59 supply by TBC BM versus Romantic's 37 supply, 40 supply. And, well, obviously the army upgrade and the army size advantage definitely goes in favor of the Undead. Economic advantage definitely in favor of Romantic. Will he be able to hold on to that is the question. Alright, Archmage now trying to get back once more. Destroyers, Obsidian Statues are all here, ready to go. Panda may try to go for another Breath of Fire. Spellbreaker, a massive Spellbreaker army, as the Panda, now down to 260 hit points, needs to back away quickly. Alright, a lot of damage already being absorbed. We now need to see some Obsidian or Abominations get in on that fight. Panda very, very low on hit points, down to 92. Mountain King may try to go for a Stormbolt there. Is it going to work? I don't believe so. Lich going to be able to finish off that Mountain King with that range attack, and the Lich still has Frost Nova. Panda in serious trouble, down to 74 hit points, needs to get back down to 61. Lich should be able to rejoin. Potion of Healing has been transferred and used by the Pandaren Brewmaster. Death Knight now sitting at level 4. Lich sitting at level 1. Panda sitting at level 3. Level 2 Breath of Fire could really spell doom across all of those guard towers. 140 damage pretty much in an instant as the, well, Destroyers may try to make their way forward again. Alright, here we go. Ghouls, Panda, Breath of Fire gets some damage onto some of those units, now being forced to pull back once again. A lot of guard tower damage once more. Lich, Frost Novas, all of those units, and now backs off once more. Panda may try to Breath of Fire, gets another Peasant, and so many Peasants are currently low on hit points as we now see the Mountain King, straight from the battle. Staff of Sanctuary, however, teleports the Mountain King back home. Mountain King is still in serious trouble. Is he going to get taken down? There's the Devour Magic. The Mountain King is in serious trouble once more. All the units are now trying to back off, but easy pickings on the Peasants that are trying to harvest at the lumber line here. Obsidian Statue now getting caught in transit. Are we looking at any Pandas? No, not as of yet. We are still having the Destroyers, a large murder of Destroyers ready to go. And here they are. Breath of Fire comes across. Archmage. Archmage gets into position. Panda down to 20 mana. If we can see another Breath of Fire hit all of those units, or perhaps a Frost Nova hit a unit there. You can see the Town Hall. Are we going to see a Frost Nova? We could. Spellbreakers are going to, however, start to feed back some mana as the Lich now down to 120 mana and dropping down to 111. Alright, Spellbreakers are ready to engage. Still no Abominations whatsoever. Not quite sure what we are waiting for. You really need Abominations to deal with those Spellbreakers. Panda and Destroyers are simply not enough. But if you just constantly Breath of Fire all of these Peasants, perhaps that will help you win the war. TBC BM at 70 supply compared to Romantic's 49. Economic advantage is not amounting to very much as the Lich gets off another Frost Nova. Stormbolt onto the Lich. Lich down to 479. Death Coil does save it. Units are now turning back around. as we'd finally see our first abomination on the field with the Z's Cloud now being added. Another Ziggurat should be added off over here. Destroyer is going to finish off tower number 1. Tower number 2 should get taken out as well. And then just go after these remaining towers once here. All right, Destroyer does end up getting death coiled, and this is just looking so good for TBCBM Romantic in serious trouble, as there's not much he can really do to try and get back into this game at this stage and time. Romantic trying to get an economic advantage by taking down some additional creep camps while this main town hall is destroyed. However, he has vested a lot of time, energy, and effort into this expansion, and it is just now not going to be able to pay off any longer. All right. Lich now making their way back over here. Are they going to be able to find the Archmage? Paladin, Mountain King. This is the human tri-hero. 4-1-1. And not going to be enough, though, as the Death Knight now backs off. Flying machines are trying to engage. You can take a look. What's happening here? Destroyers could easily just devour magic right here and then get additional mana for these upcoming fights. Obsidian statues now taken down. Breath of Fire onto so many flying machines. And who is winning out on this fight here? All right. Flak Cannons doing a great job. Paladin up to level 2 as he was able to take down a lot of units. Meanwhile, the Panda down to level 3 needs to back off here. Flying machines are still engaging. Archmage is, well, in a little bit of trouble. 52 supply compared to 44. Romantic is actually in a much better situation than he was moments ago, as he now also takes down the Panda. Panda falls at level 3, and, well, Spellbreakers are being lost as well. Romantic losing a lot of units, as we now see TBCBM should be able to bounce back and maintain an economic advantage with this expansion here. Flying machines still flying around. Abominations, Lich here ready to go. Obsidian statues in the backfield, as more acolytes should be trained up and starting to haunt this gold mine. Gargantuan Sea Turtle will get taken down. Level 5 on the Death Knight. Level 2 on the Lich. Will we get to level 3? I do not believe so, especially with that Death Knight absorbing some of that experience without really having anything to show for it. Abomination now needs to back off. We're looking at another big fight coming up. 62 supply compared to 46. TBCBM still with a very, very large army. And now with a superior economic advantage, you can see that the expansion is not mining, even though it looks like it. But we need to get more acolytes here. Not quite sure what the holdup is. Death Knight getting storm bolted here. Let's see, more damage being added again. Spellbreaker was hoping to be able to get away. A quick ensnare at the hands of a Forest Troll Trapper will quickly turn that around, as the Death Knight here ready to go. All right, big fight in the center. 61 supply compared to 46. TBCBM versus Romantic. Flying machines looking to focus down all of these destroyers. Destroyer after destroyer is getting taken out. There's a big death coil. Now let's take a look. Paladin back in here. Death Knight in serious trouble. Currently surrounded. Is it going to end up getting taken down? Meanwhile, Mountain King also taken out here. Panda was taken down, but the Lich is still at least alive. And, well, no, Panda now back across here. It looks like he was just resurrected, as we're looking at the Death Knight with 4 obsidian statues finishing off a lagging Spellbreaker. All right, more units are still trying to flee. Death Knight picking off unit by unit. Paladin could be in serious trouble, down to 170 supply, but rising. Water Elemental will get taken out. You see Devour Magic once more. All right. There you go. There is a flying machine again now taken down. Let's take a look at this. Panda is just going to go ahead and finish off some easy guard towers. And once this expansion, yes, is getting more and more, getting some acolytes right now, not very many. Once they get a full contingency of acolytes on that gold mine, they should be able to maintain the economic advantage and seal off this game. 57 supply compared to 40. A 17 supply difference, and this has been a beautiful game by the Undead, being able to hold off Romantic's early expansion and just be able to punish him for it. The losses started to creep up a bit too much, as the Undead army is sitting at a 5-4-3 compared to what, a 4-2-2? Yeah, a 4-2-2, now 5-2-2 here, or 5-3-2, as the Death Knight looking to finish off the remainder of this creep camp off to the north. All right, Lich is still seriously in trouble. Needs to, well, get a death coil airmailed to him, able to heal back up. Death Knight healing 600 hit points. Let's see where all of the units are going to be going next. Archmage, Staff of Sanctuary, Flying Machine still wandering around here. Acolytes making their way off to the north, but that is going to be the game. Economic advantage not translating for Romantic as TBCBM gets the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.